Hey, how's it going, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Georgiman, and I'm your friendly neighborhood anime and manga fan. I love all things anime and all things manga, and I'm here today to talk about Chainsaw Man chapter 203. So, what do you think about this week's chapter? So, quite frankly, I really enjoyed this chapter, and the main reason was because we see a little bit of a conflict of Denji dealing with the fake Chainsaw Man and how he has to go about the battle, because in the previous chapter, we saw that the fake Chainsaw Man was absorbing people and civilians. So Denji has to struggle fighting the fake Chainsaw Man as he's controlling these people as, you know, as part of himself. And Denji has a little bit of conflict of like, he doesn't want to hurt these innocent people because they're his followers, like, or they're just fans of his. So we see a little bit of that, and I really enjoy that section of the chapter. Now, before I go any further with more of the chapter, I just want to give you guys a quick reminder to make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel so you guys can be up to date with all my anime and manga, as well as all my Chainsaw Man content that I'll be providing in this channel. It really helps out a lot, and I would really appreciate it if you guys could subscribe to my YouTube channel. So if you guys could, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Now, with all that out of the way, let's get into this week's chapter. So this week's chapter starts off right where we left off, where we see the fight of both Denji and the fake Chainsaw Man. We see they're both, you know, back and forward. They're going at it, and as all this is happening, we see that Denji's kind of just dodging, you know, and as we see that eventually one of the people are like, hey man, like, so don't hurt us, man, please, I'm begging you, it hurts, because the fake Chainsaw Man keeps missing all these hits, and we see that the people are like, their faces are being, you know, punched everywhere, and this is where Denji's like, wait, hold up, what? Like, calm down. And we see that this poor innocent person is just like, please, it hurts, save us. And Denji's just like, man, this sucks, like, come on, like, what are you doing? And we see that the fake Chainsaw Man is like, whoa, what is it? You're gonna stop? Like, you're not gonna hit me? And this is where one of the people gets a little bit too comfortable talking with Denji, and he's like, listen, fake Chainsaw Man, like, you know, this is, all you have to do is like aim for his heart, you know, like if you aim for his heart, that's it, like you could stop this, right? Like, just like defeat him. And I'm like, oh my god, bro, like, just shut up. Like, listen, I'm not in that guy's position at all, but I would not be favoring the guy that absorbed me. Like, do you really think he's gonna like let you go after defeating like the real Chainsaw Man, you know, Denji? Like, come on, man, like, you gotta be smarter than that, right? And as he keeps complaining, like, it's like, please, like, just aim for his heart, defeat him. If you do, like, everything will be fine. And you see Denji's like, what are you going on about, bro? Because he's as the one guy's like, please, can you like not be as like, can you not like be so rough with us? It's like, what do you expect me to do? Like throw you a pillow while I'm punching you? Like, what? And I love that. That was a nice little comeback that Denji had. You know, Denji's always had these like sharp little remarks, and I really appreciate it for it. And we see pretty much as the chapter continues that the guy just keeps pushing on this whole thing, like, no, so listen, how about you just like lose to the fake Chainsaw Man, and like, you know, hopefully, you know, once you defeat him, like, you know, it'll be like we get despawn, you know, like if you aim for the heart, you'll easily defeat him, and you know, once you do that, you know, maybe the minions will go away. And they was like, wait, why are you talking about these? This is not a video game, bro. Like, what are you going on about? And as all that is happening, we see that eventually Denji's like, okay, I'm gonna aim for the heart and try to defeat him, because, you know, it would make sense, like, aim for the heart. And as Denji tries to go for a kill shot, we see that eventually a head of a human just spawns in, you know, one of the puppet, the people being controlled by the fake Chainsaw Man. We see that it spawns on, like, to where the, you know, the cord would be, where you rev it up, where it would be the heart for the fake Chainsaw Man, I'm assuming, as well. We see that person shows up, and that person, like, kind of gives Denji a moment of hesitation that is enough for the fake Chainsaw Man to get at a clean hit on Denji. Like, this looked painful. Like, my man gets, like, he gets hit hard, because he gets like sent through a building, and like you see all these impact, like it makes a hole, and Denji's just kind of like, you know, with his head down, like against the building, and inside of the building, because he got pushed through the building, and he's just laying down like, man, like, what's going on? And this is where an interesting part of the chapter plays out, which is that pretty much Yoru walks in. She's like, hey, it looks like you need a hand. And she's like, you know, you pulling your punches against them is not gonna do anything. Like, you have to let it go, and you have to like actually fight, because otherwise you won't be able to defeat like this fake Chainsaw Man. And this is where Denji's like, listen, man, like, I can't do that. Like, they're, you know, they're people that look up to me as a hero. Like, I can, you know, eliminate them. Like, that's not me. That's not my nature. And this is where we see that Yoru's like, oh, they think you're a hero now, but like, you realize in time that will change, right? Like, they will forget about you. So look at Asa, Point and Case. They thought she was a hero, but they moved on from her after the fact. Like, they just kind of like, and this is like kind of like in my head, I'm thinking like, is she being like, oh, the 5 minutes of fame that for Asa, like, you know, her, like, that went away, everything will go away. is she kind of a little bit, is she bitter about like her fame going away, or is she actually genuinely like giving Denji some encouraging words in the sense that, you know, she's like, listen, they'll all forget about you, and like kind of being nihilistic about it, like just being like, yo, who cares, you know, they're all gonna forget you, you're just like, you know, a fragment, like a little pebble in this big world. Like it felt like that. And as she's pretty much given him like a whole like a whole like hype speech, like being like, you know, just go and you embrace your inner rage kind of like thing. Like, and I think that's what Yoru was trying to do, trying to make him, you know, tap more into like her side, which is like more of a, you know, do whatever you want, forget, you know, anybody that's in front of you, which is something I don't think Denji will do. I mean, he's done that in the sense that he has like killed some people in the past, but you know, they were in his way, but they were also evil. He's never really just like killed civilians for the heck of it. So I'm very curious how that's gonna play out, and if, because Yoru said we're gonna join forces, because like it seems like they're in a bit of a pickle right now, especially because as we see in the chapter how it ends is that pretty much the Falling Devil once again makes her appearance, and she starts lifting the building that Denji and Oz and Yoru are in, and she's like, listen, humans, fear, yes, that's the greatest ingredient, become my ingredients. And we see that all these people on the floor, they're like frightened. Even the famine devil is down there, and she's like super scared, even though she's always scared. But we see that pretty much the chapter ends in where we see that the falling devil's lifting the building that they're in, and it can be two situations that might happen. Whether she's lifting the building up to pretty much send them up like and all the way to the sky, or is she lifting the building up to then collapse it on the people. I don't know. You guys let me know what you guys think of that. But yeah, this chapter, listen, I thought it was a good, solid chapter. We just came back from a break, so you know, I know some people might have been expecting like, oh, what's good? I expected much more, but honestly, I thought it was, you know, right down the middle. I thought it was a good chapter. You know, the fight's still continuing. We see Denji with the fake Chainsaw Man, and we're still wondering how Denji's gonna, you know, defeat the fake Chainsaw Man, because like I said, he has all these people as hostages for the time being, and is Denji gonna like, you know, pass that line? Is he gonna cross that line where, you know, he's like, you know what, I'm just gonna kill these people and, you know, get what I need to do, because otherwise we're all gonna be screwed? Or is Denji gonna be like, hold on to his morals and be like, no, I'm not gonna do that? Or perhaps there might be a scenario where we see that Yoru and Denji switch opponents. Maybe Yoru targets the fake Chainsaw Man. She's like, okay, I'll take care of him. You go take care of the Falling Devil. That way, you know, Denji might actually be able to go all out and, you know, not hold back. Because the Falling Devil, that's the one threat that I'm like, oh man, that was a hard threat to fight the first time around. How are they gonna be able to defeat her this time? Because last time, like, Denji had help from the fake Chainsaw Man. So I'm wondering like how they're gonna defeat the Falling Devil, because the Falling Devil has been portrayed as a very powerful devil. Like, you know, she actually didn't even get defeated in when she fought them. If anything, the Death Devil, you know, she turned her back into a puppet and put her back in her, like, you know, she took her home or whatever. So now, as they're pretty much fighting a 2v2, I'm wondering how that's gonna pull. Technically, it's a 3v2 because we got the Famine Devil down there, and we still haven't seen the full extent of her powers, like in the sense that we don't know just if anything if she's holding anything back. So I think that even if they do defeat the Fallen Devil and the fake Chainsaw Man, they still got to deal with the Famine Devil, which I'm wondering, is that going to be a big threat, or is she actually like just a weakling, like how she has been portrayed so far? Because Fujimoto, you know, always surprises us, so I wouldn't put it past him for him to actually be like, oh, she's been holding back, and she actually gives Yoru and Denji a run for her money. But that's just my, you know, speculation, my 2 cents on the whole situation. But with all that being said, what did you guys think about this week's chapter? Did you guys love it? Did you guys hate it? Did you guys thought it was alright? Whatever you guys thought, let me know in the comment section down below. Also, thank you so much for sticking all the way to the end of the video. I really appreciate it. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more Chainsaw Man, as well as more anime and manga content in the near future. But yeah, with all that being said, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.